This beautiful blue. The other is silver. The color that sold out last time is just back in stock, the rose gold. And there's a hot sports car red. Come on in. We've got Emily Scott on the red. Here she comes.
And car.
Yes, it's like exactly. It's like having something that I never had in real cars. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's so fun. Welcome.
Yes.
Great to have you
Thank you.
here.
It's so good to be here, Mary Beth.
You
Thank
too.
you.
You know, this is exciting. We had this on last week and it was very, very popular. But we did not have the rose gold color in stock because it had sold out. So it is back in stock today.
Yay.
And
Yay.
we were saying that this is kind of like the latest, greatest EV rider brought to QVC.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me what's special about this one.
Oh, this one is our brand new model. So we've really had it under wraps and working on it for such a long time. But we wanted to create a scooter that was universal, that everyone could use to go wherever you want to go. But we studied the luxury car market so that you'd have a beautiful experience. We built in the features like a keyless entry, like really fancy tires, like automatic headlights that make this scooter so wonderful. But here, I think, is the most important thing about our scooters. It is important that they are packable, that they are portable, that you can take them everywhere you want to go, throw them in the back of your car, go across the globe, go to the grocery store, or maybe even in your own home. But now it's a portable, packable scooter, so you can take it with you.
It's so exciting. And I gotta tell you, for this price tag, I mean, this is honestly the price tag that we have had a lot of our scooters at, and yet there's so many new things on this one, and we'll go through that in a moment. Let me just tell you this. You're looking at it, it's $2,000. You're like, I can't afford $2,000 right now. Well, neither can I, so I'm with you, honey. But don't worry, because QVC makes it so simple. You can put it on 5 monthly easy payments, and that can be with any major credit card, and that comes out to $400 a month. If you want to make it even less than that per month, you use our Q card, which is our own credit card. And if you don't have one, you can get one at QVC.com. But the fact is, if you put it on the Q card, you have 18 months in which to pay it off, and that comes down to a little more than $100 a month. And that's why that makes it so affordable. And like I said, if you don't have a Q card, go to QVC.com. If you apply and are approved, and you make one purchase today on anything, you'll get a $40 account credit, and that you can use towards that first item. So that's almost, you know, I mean, that's like literally saying, hey, I get free shipping and handling, almost $50 worth. There's another 40. That's almost $100.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good day to pick it up.
Okay, I want you to come up in front of me.
Sure.
And let's take everybody through all the details on this, because there's so many new things to talk about.
There are so many new features. I don't know if we have the graphic of the dashboard that we can show so you can really kind of see everything clearly, but this is a scooter that ships to you fully assembled. You have the option to put the armrests on if you want. It doesn't ship with the armrests on because not everybody wants them on, but if you want these incredible armrests, the most advanced armrests we've ever done, and these are not just for comfort, these really can help you get up and get down and it kind of relax and have that extra little bit of security when you're standing up and sitting down. So I really do love these armrests. The only ones we've ever done that go up and down and flip all the way back like that, so it's easy in and out. But fully assembled for you, and then you've got a dashboard that we tried to make easier to see and understand. You have a big, giant LED screen on the top of the dashboard. It's coming up in just a second. And that shows you how much charge you have. Every time you charge the scooter, and you kind of charge it like your cell phone, you just keep charging it and charging it over and over again, and you get almost 7 miles of distance with each charge. But those LED lights at the top will tell you how much distance you have left. So that one is showing all of the lights illuminated all the way to green, you're good to go. But as you drive through that charge, they're going to dim down and go into the yellow zone and the red zone, and that's when you know it's time to recharge your scooter. Then on the left-hand side, the little button that looks like headlights are now automatic headlights. So once you turn them on, you never have to touch them again if you don't want to. There's a sensor on the dashboard that will turn them on and off for you. But when you turn it off and pack it away, you do want to just kind of turn those off. On the right-hand side, you have your courtesy horn, a little button there. It looks just like a horn. And then in the middle, you have your speed dial. This scooter can go from an easy crawl all the way up to almost 4 miles an hour, which is a really nice clip, a good pace for you. But here's what I love so much. The 2 bars at the bottom that you see, that's called the wig-wag. The right side is red, the left side is black. This is how you power the scooter. And you'll see, I'm gonna hold my left hand in the air, and with just my right hand, I'm driving the scooter, going forward and backward with just one hand. This does not take a lot of strength.
That's right.
It doesn't take a grasp. It doesn't take a twist. It's just pushing that lever just a little bit, because we don't want your hands to get fatigued over time. And then we have built in a turning radius that makes this such an easy drive scooter. Makes it a scooter that you can now bring inside your house. If you've ever reached for a cane or a walker in your home for help, this can truly take you to the next level.
We'll show you that as we come around. This is not a big opening, but we're easily going around that desk. Did you see that? And between that and the wall. Or maybe it's going to be behind the sofa. And so I can come all the way over here. And what's interesting is even when you turn, it slows down automatically. And so you do have the speed dial here, which is great, because then you can determine how fast or how slow you want to go. And I like that speed dial, because I always say start slow. You can always pick up the pace when you want to.
When you get
right?
comfortable, or you're late for your flight.
Exactly. Then you can just, and you got the horn. All right, move out of my way. It's such a great scooter, and there's still so much more to tell you about it. But take us on a ride. Let's go for a ride. By the way, if you have any of the EV Rider scooters, we'd love to hear from you. Our testimonial line is 1-800-600-1556. 1-800-600-1556. Go ahead and give us a call, and Emily and I will talk to you about it. We'll be looking forward to that, because these really are so nicely done. And you've studied a lot of scooters, Emily, and that is, you know, not every scooter is equal, believe me.
You know, I'll tell you what, a lot of scooters look like this, but they're not made like this. I just talked to my father on the phone yesterday. He's 86 years old, and he lives by himself, and he saw me with EV Rider, absolutely fell in love with the idea, and went and bought his scooter someplace else. He had no idea it was big, it was heavy. He cannot lift it up. It's over 100 pounds. It doesn't fold up. He can never put it in his car. He can never get it in his bedroom, where he needs that extra support and stability at night when he's in and out of bed all night long. And he calls me all the time and says, I want this one. Like, I want an EV Rider. He said, I didn't know. And you know what his return policy was on his? Nothing. Not 15 seconds, because if it was 15 seconds, he could have returned that. He knew immediately it was a mistake, and it was expensive.
Oh, I'm sure it was. And here's the thing with us, right now, you're getting our holiday return policy, which, by the way, takes you out to the end of January. So you could order it today, get it. I can't guarantee it in time for Thanksgiving, but it would probably be sometime maybe late next week or early the following week, and you would have it for 2 full months before you have to decide whether you want to actually return it or continue making those payments. And the fact is that, you know, you might say, oh, well, they're just salespeople. They're just going to tell you whatever. No, let me just first of all say, Emily and I both have a very serious value system. And so neither of us are going to tell you anything that isn't true, okay? And so the fact is that, like, this goes up to 250 pounds, holds 250 pounds. If a person is larger than that, they should not ride this. okay? Just being up front. If you want to go over any terrain, you can, except sand. You don't take these in sand. They will sink and the wheels will spin. It'd be like driving through a snowstorm, you know, and your wheels start to spin. So we're going to be right up front with you, tell you exactly what's going on. We're going to take, I'm going to have you come up front, take us through another, you know, a little bit of tour, because we can talk about the tiller and the tires. And there was some other tea that I had here.
And I'm going to show you how easy this is to fold up, which I love so much about this scooter. There are other scooters that fold up, and sometimes it'll take 10, 12 steps to fold them up, and if you miss a step, it doesn't stay locked or folded.
Right. Not
we
this
have a pin on the side of the seat. Let me see if I can turn that so you can see it. It's the only thing, even on the red one, it's the only thing that's this bright red color, and then we have a pedal right here. So you need to do two things at the same time. You need to pull the pin. Here's the pedal right here. It's integrated into the design of the scooter. You need to do two things at the same time. You hold the pin and you press the pedal, and the deck has unlocked. Now this is what I love so much. I'm not down on the ground, right? I'm not all the way down on the ground. I was in kind of like a semi-standing position. And now I'm going to take this scooter with 2 fingers. I'm going to pull this down. It's automatically locked.
Yeah.
I don't have to remember any steps. I don't have to do a lot of parts and pieces and twist and lock and everything. It does it for itself. Now, it's 55 pounds. If I had to lift this from down here, these old knees would be saying, no, you're not doing that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lift it up.
You just did that one-handed, by the way.
One-handed. Because I haven't lifted the scooter off of the ground. It's still on the ground. We put these extra wheels here so it's balanced. Now you can actually roll it and put it away, roll it out to your garage, roll it to your car, because the less I have to lift this, the happier I am. But when it's time to lift, we have this easy lift handle right here, and it's a lift from a standing position. So now, it feels different.
It does. It feels better. It's like a suitcase. Now, the one thing is, when you're going to put it back open, you want to lay it down first. That's the first thing to remember. Show us then what to do to put it up.
All you need to do is go right back to that pedal. You're going to hit the pedal, and then you're going to open it up. Everything kind of snaps in place for you. The only thing you need to do is lock that seat, and you'll hear that big click.
Speaking of that seat, can I show you something? Look at the padding. First of all, you get the backrest right here. You can see the padding right there, how beautiful it is and thick it is. The same with the seat. This is a whole new design on this seat, and also curved to really fit you well, also slanting a little bit so it doesn't cut you off on the legs
and
right there.
And if you've got short legs, you know how important
I know it's so comfy.
It's so nice.
And then down here, you've got tires. Tell us about those tires.
So these are solid tires. First of all, we give you this fancy rim right here. We do this just because it's beautiful. The two-tone tires, because this is what's hot in the luxury car market, okay? But the most important thing about these tires is they're solid. You will never need air. I call this a maintenance-resistant scooter. There's really nothing, there's no cost of use. You get the charger. There's nothing to maintain on the scooter. Just, you know, take good care of it. But you'll never need air. You'll never get a flat. If you drive over a bed of nails, you're perfectly fine.
Isn't that amazing?
Isn't that amazing?
Now, it also has the mat right here, which is on hook and loop, so that can come off to be washed. You have the foot, just rest, like a footrest right there. If you want to adjust the tiller up or down, if you're taller or shorter, you can do that with this big knob. You just loosen that, lift it up, pull it down, etc. All those things go into it. So listen to this. If you've been thinking about, and we haven't even shown the key fob yet.
Let's show the keyless entry. This is so neat. This is so nifty, directly from the luxury car market. So I'm going to turn it off. It will ship to you partially charged, and you're going to make 2 little connections in the battery compartment. I'll show you that in just a minute, but it is charged when you get it. So you can come to this button right here. You're going to press this button, and you'll see it illuminate in red. Now, instead of keys on this scooter, you get what we call fobs right here. You get 2 of them. We suggest you kind of keep them in different places, right? And all you're going to do is, if you hear that, I just passed the fob by that. Now what I've done is I've turned on the scooter.
Yes.
And I've charged the fob. You
Right.
never need to replace my
Yeah.
fob in my car.
Right.
I replace that battery all the time.
I know it, and
Yeah.
it's expensive.
Yep.